All right, everyone. It's me again. It's 12:30. I have a half hour to pick up my daughter. Last trip literally brought me where I needed to be. Didn't use my destination filter. No need. So here are the results. I started driving about 9:30-ish. 3 hours. So total 41.11. There may be some tips coming in. I doubt it. But anyway, it's 2.5 hours online. An hour and 43 active. So running about 70% utilization rate, which is decent. And I pretty much accepted everything they sent me. So net fare 33. Other earnings $1.88. That comes from the delivery side. The tip is from the delivery that I did. Hopefully you guys caught those videos. Let's see what the last two passengers paid. 41.11. So 2.5 hours. What is that? Not even $20 an hour. Online time. An hour and 45 almost active, meaning from the time I picked up to the time I delivered the passenger or the food. Actually, from the time I accepted the request to the time to end the trip. With Prop 22, there should be a top off on this. But I don't think I'm going to get any because net fare is 33. So, yeah, maybe a few bucks here and there. But that's not the point. The point is, an hour and 45 active, 41.11. If I was getting the $32 per active hour that these CEOs yakking about constantly in the media without getting any pushback from useless journalists, where's my 32? I should have been about 60-ish, right? I'm not at 41. So forget about that 32 per active. And this is, I get it. This is at a slow time in the morning on a weekend, but weather is good. But that's not the issue. The issue is, where's my 32 per active? Because they keep talking about 32 active nationwide any time of the day. Like, on average. No, sir. That's not there. That's a fallacy. It's hocus pocus. But let's look at the last two trips. This one was a comfort trip. 5.3 miles, 10 minutes. Alright, the $1.25, almost $1.30 a mile. 10 and 11 minutes, but that's just P3. P3 meaning period 3. But the pickups on all these were pretty short, about like 2-3 minutes each. Let's take a look. Let's see what the passenger paid on this. Again, so far Uber is losing $134.48 on me. Click on that. Go to the three lines like I showed before. Click on earnings. Activity. Here are all the trips. Here you guys can see without going to the website what the passenger paid. This is in LA, in California. It may not be the same on Apple, iOS, or I have an Android. Always had Androids. So if you cannot do this, you have to go to the website to see what the passenger paid. $683 comfort. There's the details of the trip. You can click on more details. So, customer paid $12.60, $3 for commercial insurance. My earnings, according to Uber says the take rate on this trip is like 10%, right? Because service fee is only $1.88. Well, is it? I mean, passenger paid $12.60. I made $683.7, let's say. So, you know, what is Uber's take rate on this? Is it 10% or is it, I don't know, 35%? It's up to debate. I mean, to be honest with you, should these expenses count? Should it be their net versus our gross, right? I have expenses as well. But let's not get too deep into that. And go back. Click on this trip, the last trip. 3.9 miles, again, you know, good, $1.50 a mile ish. 15 minutes. Let's see what the passenger paid for that. Probably about the same as 12, probably. Let's see. Okay, no, passenger paid more than the previous one, actually. So $13.41 is the passenger fare. 67 cents was their discount. They probably have Uber One. Third-party fees, expenses, commercial insurance. Uber's take rate on this, Uber's service fee was $3.14, so about 20%. But if you look at the overall numbers, 1341 to 571, it looks like 55%. So again, up to debate. We will talk about these on Show Me the Money on Tuesday. And then overall numbers. So I drive a car that runs about $67, $6 or $7 per hour in expenses. So if I've calculated it on line time, that's about, let's go $6 per hour. That's about $15 in expenses. And I'm at 41, so if you take 15 out of that, I'm left with about 25, 26. So online time after expenses about $12.50, way under minimum wage. Active time, let's go with that. Let's say expenses were about $10, $31, and active time after expenses, and at an hour and 45, what are we looking at? Not even $20, right? Yeah, I mean 21, 22 after expenses per active hour, which is above minimum wage. So there's many ways to look at this, but you have to look at it, right? You have to look at it to see if it's valuable to you, and are you treating it as a business? Are you treating it as just cash flow? So $41.11 is my gross. And that concludes this driving adventure. You know, I mean, not too bad. If I drove probably another 10 hours, I'll probably gross a couple $100. I declined a few trips. You guys will see on the other videos. I accepted a few that kept me in the area. But the ones I declined, it wasn't because I declined and I didn't want to go there. It was because it didn't make sense. It was an airport trip. I missed a couple of trip radar trips, which people are grabbing right and left. Honestly, I don't know why. I wouldn't do an airport trip for like $12. That was one of them. But anyway, so you guys all be safe out there. Join us every Tuesday. Show Me the Money Club. You know, we call it the way we see it. If it's feasible financially, physically, mentally, without burning out, have some fun, meet some people, see some parts of the city you haven't seen, rideshare is fine as a side hustle. As a full-time gig, I do get it. It's very difficult at the moment. And, you know, but attitude is everything. I had a good attitude. I greeted my passengers. They were probably happy with the service they received. I have a comfortable car. And that's it. So that's it for this series of videos. And you guys be safe out there.